Tuesday morning, she checked her bank account. $214. That was everything. Laura turned her phone face down on the kitchen table, like she didn't want to see it again. The same kitchen table, where she and Joe had coffee before sunrise, before the cancer, before the quiet settled into every room. 10 years since Joe passed. And somehow, she made it, waitressing at Denny's. She picked up shifts at a dry cleaner on Route 9. Whatever it took. But 60 felt different. Her knees ached before she even got out of bed. Her back said no before her mind could say good morning. And last month, her manager at Denny's pulled her aside and said they were restructuring hours. She knew what that meant. She wasn't naive. She'd been around long enough to know what that really meant. She called her son Harry that night. He picked up on the fourth ring, kids laughing in the background. His life in California was full, loud, happy. She didn't want to ruin it. "Hey, Mom, everything okay?" "Everything's fine, baby," she lied. She hung up and sat in the dark for a long time. The anger came later. Not at Harry, not even at Derek, at herself. 60 years old, a whole life lived. She raised her son alone after Joe died, held everything together. She did everything right. And still had nothing to show for it, except tired feet. And a bank account a college kid wouldn't survive on. All the advice came back to her. Save money, plan ahead, invest. No one told her what to do when her husband's medical bills ate their savings. No one told her what to do when survival takes everything. She wasn't lazy. She was exhausted from working. It was her neighbor, Carol, who changed things. One Saturday, Carol knocked with cornbread in one hand and a laptop in the other. "Laura, I made $800 last month, just writing online. From this couch, in my pajamas." Laura laughed. She laughed, then stopped when Carol showed her the bank transfer. Carol had signed up on a site called Fiverr. She was selling something simple: thank you notes, product blurbs, and birthday card messages for busy small business owners. $5 here, $20 there. It added up. "You don't need a degree," Carol said. "You just need to talk like a human being." She thought about it for a week. Then she made a profile. She listed one skill: "I'll write messages your customers will actually feel." She charged $10. 4 days later, her first order came in. A bakery in Ohio needed thank you cards. She wrote them in an hour from the heart, just like Harry's birthday notes. 5 stars. She writes like she knows my customers. By the end of the month, she made $340 from her kitchen table, with a free account, and a laptop her son Harry had sent 2 Christmases ago. It wasn't millions, but it was hers. And it was more than $214. Laura is still in Texas. Her knees still ache. She still misses Joe every single day. If Laura could start at 60, maybe it's not too late to start. You don't need to be young. You just need to start. Your Tuesday morning can look different, but it starts with one small move.